Good morning, everyone on Zoom. Sandra Madaffrey here, and I know there's a few people jumping on. I'm going to get myself organised. Welcome to everyone here on Zoom. I've got my chat box up so that if anyone would like to ask any questions, please pop them in the chat. Just going to move my light over a little bit. And welcome to another Monday morning Zoom webinar. And today, this is a very exciting little topic for me. This is something that when I first started to work with online businesses and work with ebooks was quite complicated for me and didn't quite know where to go. For anyone who is on Facebook, the webinar is just about to start. Jump over, the registration link is in the title of the Facebook Live, love it. But welcome to everyone who's here on this Zoom webinar. Looking forward to showing you how to create. Yeah, no worries, Richard. I'll be off by 10:32. I've got a lot happening today as well. So we're going to get going and talk a little bit about ebooks. They seem to be very complicated, but they're actually not. So what is an ebook? An ebook is an electronic book, usually delivered in PDF format. There is lots of other formats that you can deliver an ebook, but PDF seems to be the most popular and the easiest one to do. So it's a mini book. Now, a lot of people these days have got their full books on PDF and they give them to you as ebooks, but an ebook should just be something short and sweet that you can deliver in a PDF form to your potential clients. And some of the reasons why we would do it, first and foremost, the biggest reason why you would offer ebooks to people is to grow your email list. Everything that you do in business, you really need to look at growing your email list. It's really important that you nurture your potential clients. And one way to do this is to offer an ebook. It also showcases what you do. Sometimes it's very difficult in posts, in small posts on social media to explain to people what you do. So being able to pop it into an ebook means that they have a bigger showcase of what your expertise and what you do. It helps you to build rapport with your client as well. They get to know who you are, how you work, and it warms the client or warms the lead, so to speak. And it also can be used to establish your expertise. So these are 4 really important reasons why you would use an ebook, and you will see that most of the top level business, online business owners, coaches, therapists at the moment all have ebooks out, and they're all offering ebooks. Some of them have got bigger books out, which they offer for 99 cents, but the whole idea is to get you onto their email list, to showcase what they do, to build rapport with you through that ebook, and to establish their expertise. So the first thing you have to do once you've decided what you're going to create your ebook on, that is the first thing you need to do. What are you going to write your ebook on? And then you need a catchy title that resonates with everyone. So I want you to have a look at here, the 4-hour work week. Who wouldn't like to work for 4 hours? And then a clear subtitle that speaks to what you'll gain while reading. So escape the 9 to 5 live. So what you want to do is come up with a really catchy title. Make it short and make it to the point. These days, people want things quick. They want things fast. They don't want to be reading long titles, long posts. Just make it snappy, make it quick, make it fast, okay? So here's a few ideas. A certain amount of steps to is always a good one. How to is also another good one. So here's some ideas: 5 steps to overcome anxiety, or how to overcome anxiety easily. Or as we've got in the little book here that you can see, the 4-hour work week. So you can do something like anxiety be gone, anxiety made easy, whatever you want to talk about, whatever your expertise. This, if you look at the title of this particular webinar, ebooks made easy. Okay. And then the subtitle could be how to create an ebook in less than half an hour. Something like that. So you want to make the title short, sweet, to the point, so people know what they're going to get from your ebook. The next thing you want to do is you need to brain dump the content. So basically what you want to do, and the best way to do this, is to grab yourself a whole heap of sticky notes. Now, for everyone who's watching, please ask some questions if you have any. Just grab a whole lot of sticky notes. Now, don't worry about the order or anything like that. Just brain dump on each sticky note what you need to talk about in point form. Okay, so everything that you need to put in this ebook, and of course, remember, this is a short book. We don't want it too long. So we're talking about the most important things that you want to tell people in this ebook. An ebook is to warm your clients, not to give them all your information. It's really important that you understand that, because a lot of people put too much information into their things and people don't read them, they don't get through them. You just want to put your main points. So have a think about what it is that your outcome is, what it is that you want to get the person to, and brain dump on sticky notes one topic, one piece of content that you need to put in that ebook on each piece of paper, and just put it aside. Don't worry about the order that it comes out on. Don't worry about if you write the last things that you need to put, or the outcome steps, or whatever it is. Just brain dump it all on lots and lots of different sticky notepad bits, and just put it all together, and give yourself a good half an hour or so to do this, so that you make sure that you've got everything that you want to put in your content in your sticky notes. Okay, so again, like I said, this is not about, oh, this needs to go first or second. Don't think about this, because the minute you think about where you need to put things, or, oh no, that goes last, this is when you stop yourself. This is a little bit of a trick that authors use as well, where they actually brain dump their books without putting it into any specific order just yet. It's just about whatever comes out of your unconscious mind, and thanking your unconscious mind and saying, give me more, and just pull it all out, put it all aside as you go. What else do I need? What else do I need? And we will have a look at that next as to how you fix this up. Okay? So write it all on sticky notes. It's the best way to do it. Little bits and pieces, one piece of content on each sticky note, just as a bullet point. Okay, so you know, if we're talking again about, let's say I'm talking about anxiety, or even if I'm talking about this webinar, one of the things that I needed to talk about in this webinar was brain dumping. So brain dumping would go on one piece of sticky note, and put it aside and worry about the order of it later. Okay. So once you've done that, once you've brain dumped everything that you need to put in this particular ebook, and remember, the ebook is that you're showing people to get from a pain point, whatever you're writing it on, to an outcome. So once you've done that, you now want to, the next thing you need to do is go through those sticky notes and put them into like categories or headings, or the chapters that you're going to put in your ebook. So everything that goes with mindset would go together. If I put an ebook together about online businesses, everything on ebooks would go in one chapter. Everything on webinars would go in one chapter. Everything about Facebook would go in one chapter. So there would be different things under those chapters, and they would be on my sticky notes. But this is at the point when you have brain dumped everything you want to go through, and you want to put them in like headings. So this has to go with this content is part of this, and you begin now to build and batch the headings or your chapters, however you want to call it. In ebooks, I prefer steps or headings rather than chapters, but you can do whatever you like. This is your ebook, remember that. So get all that and batch it now into, excuse me, into like categories, okay? So how are you going to now put this content all in a sequential way in your book? Okay, so put them all in order. So what now once you've got them all in headings, once you've got them all in content batches, what needs to go first? What needs to go second? What needs to go third? And so on and so forth. So you want to be first, remember, brain dump everything, because if you try and do this first, what will happen is you'll be so caught up in trying to go, oh, this goes first and this has to go with this and that, that you actually will make it a much more difficult task for yourself. So just brain dump it all, batch it, and then start putting it into order. What do they need to know first? What does the client need to know second? What does the client need to know third? And so on and so forth. So at this point, you create your big headings or your chapters or your parts. Whatever you like to call it is completely fine. Like I said, this is your ebook, and it needs to be specific to you. The next thing you need to do is you need to start creating your content. So once we've brain dumped it, we've batched it, we've put it in order, it's now time to start writing. Now, there's a couple of little, I wouldn't say hard and fast rule, but there's a couple of things that you can do here now when it comes to creating your content. One of the first things is choose colors for your ebook that match your branding. One of the things that a lot of people don't do in business is they don't create branding colors. This is so important. You want to create, and you can jump on, there's lots of different apps. I can't think of what any of them are, but you know, here's one that I just got off the internet, which is Color Palette number 7. Lots of different color palettes that you can use, that colors that complement each other. And if you jump on Google and you start searching for some color palettes, if you don't have branding colors already, go and find some branding colors. It's really important, but you want to be having consistency. One of the biggest things that the yellow arches of McDonald's, that is consistency. Okay, the Kentucky Fried Chicken red Colonel Sanders face, that is consistency. When people see those things, they know what the brand is. So what you want to be doing is creating consistent colorways in your marketing, and you will see that mine is a green with gold. We've changed a little bit of my branding lately, but it's mainly green with gold and a few other colors that we're just introducing as I'm rebranding at the moment. But what you can do is you can use these colors predominantly. They go well together, and it'll make your ebook interesting and look really, really nice, which is really important because you want to have something that is eye-catching, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. Okay, so begin with a short introduction of what to expect in the ebook. So your very first thing should be a very short. Now, when I say short, remember guys, don't make these ebooks long-winded. People will not read them. It's there's some there's some statistics out there showing that people do not read really huge, long-winded ebooks or long-winded posts, and that is why podcasts and things like this, the webinars, are so much more popular because people can just listen. They can be in the car, they can put them on while they're doing something else. So if you get a short book, there's no hard and fast rule as to how long should this ebook be, but I will try, my personal preference is to probably stick to maybe 10 pages at the most, and that's with everything. Okay, this is just a short a short overview of what it is that you'll do, what you do. That is all you're wanting to achieve in this ebook. Okay, so begin with a short introduction for people to really catchy, so that when they read that first page, they know what to expect and it's wanting them to read further. Okay, and it doesn't have to be just a paragraph. You know, 300 to 500 words is plenty here. So like I said, don't overdo it. You don't need to put everything into your ebook. This is an overview of what you do. This is an overview of people to understand how you work. So don't put everything. Don't feel, this is the one thing I see people put everything into these ebooks, and it's too much. Just the most important bits, okay? Keep everything short. Use a lot of bullet points if you have to. If you want to, you can, instead of elaborating, just use bullet points. This is what you have to do, you know, to overcome anxiety. Change your mindset. Focus on positive things happening in your future. Do some breathing exercises. You don't have to expand on everything. Just keep things nice and short to show people what you are doing, and then they can come and work with you if they want to know more. Okay? If needed, you can create subheadings in your chapters, just so that people, one of the things that I've noticed that people do with ebooks too, is that sometimes they jump from one topic to another. So you might want to create some subheadings under your main parts, or you might just create, you know, have just all headings without any subheadings, whatever you want to do. But what I'm saying here is keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it easy for people to follow and easy for people to find the information that they're wanting to look at, okay? Highlight any important areas. So if there's some parts of your ebook which you consider to be more important to people than other parts, make sure they're highlighted, make sure they stand out in bold print, whatever you want to do, underline them, so that people can find those parts easier. And sometimes what you'll find is that people will, when reading an ebook, skim through and just look at the more highlighted areas. So you want to highlight some areas that you think people would be of more interest to them or would be of more value to them, so that they can go through the ebook quicker. Okay. The next thing is add your images. Really important. An ebook is about images. You have to have some really nice eye-catching images and things for people to look at. One of the way we buy with all our senses, and one of the ways that you're wanting people to buy here is by visuals, because an ebook is visual. Okay, podcasts, this webinar is both visual and auditory. So people buy with feeling. So you want to put images in your ebook that people are going to look at and they're going to be drawn to and have that feeling, because remember, people buy with emotions. Design an eye-catching front cover, really important. Remember to keep to your brand colors, but design an eye-catching front cover of your ebook. You want, when you advertise it, or when you want people, when they do opt in for this ebook, you want them to really go, wow, look at this front cover, and want more. Okay, remembering to put your title and your subtitle on that front cover. Okay, choose images that suit your content. So depending on what you're talking about in each section of your ebook. Now, how many people always ask me how many images? I would put an image probably per chapter or heading. And what I like to do too in my ebooks is I like to, it's not just writing and a picture at the bottom. It's like cut the page in half, content on one side, picture on the other side, or picture at the top. Mix it up around, but make these pictures relevant to what's in the book. Okay, so if you're doing a book on travel, and you're talking about a specific area of travel, you would want to be putting in pictures that reflect that area of travel, that country, that whatever it is. So you want to be doing that with your content in your ebook as well. So make sure you choose suitable images, and there's lots of great images out there that you can get for free. Canva has heaps. Canva actually even has ebook templates that you can use, but there's one of the other ones that I like to use is Unsplash. Unsplash has some really great free images as well. But if you're wanting to use a couple of paid images, they're not that expensive in some of the programs. So just do some Google search on free images. Make sure that any images that you use are free and you're allowed to, and they're not got copyrights on them, because I have seen people using copyright images. So do a search and make sure that you can use those images. Canva, I think, only charges a couple of dollars for an image if you want to use any of theirs. Add an about you and an offer page. Now, this is really important. Now, add some about you. People need to know about who you are, okay? So you need to, somewhere in this ebook, and it's usually, now you've got two choices here. You can put it right at the beginning or you can put it right at the end. It doesn't really matter where you put it, but you need to show people a little bit about you. It's really important that they know who you are. Now, don't make this really huge. Again, remember, everything that we're doing in this ebook is short, sweet, and to the point. Some of the things to include in your about you, establish your expertise. It's really important that people realize that when they're reading this ebook that you have an expertise in this field. And one of the ways you can establish your expertise is to incorporate in the about you what you actually do. So talk about really short, sweet. You know, we often hear about the 60-second pitch. You want to be doing something like that, short and sweet, in your ebook as well. Tell people what you do. Okay? For me, I help coaches and holistic therapists establish a sustainable business in 12 months or less. That's what I do. Okay, so incorporate what you do in your ebook so that people can see that you have some expertise in that area, right? Add any relevant qualifications. So you want to say that you have got some qualifications in what you're talking about, okay? I'm an ex-accountant, I'm an ex-business strategist, I'm now a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm an NLP trainer. I want people need to know that. How, or else why would they trust me to help them grow their business? I've grown my business. I've grown many businesses over the years before I became a coach and a mentor. So I have that expertise. So I need to put that into my ebook, or else why would people want to work with me? Okay. Add a real life story. So add a little bit about who you are. So one of the things that I could add into my ebook, if it was business related, is the fact that 8 years ago, I was on the verge of bankruptcy, and I've come back from that to establish a 6+ figure business in the area of coaching. So that's my real life story. I've got real life expertise and not just qualification, and people like to buy from people, so they like to know where you've been and how you've gotten to where you do. Now, one of the most important things that a lot of people and I said either at the beginning or the end, it doesn't really matter where you want to put that, okay, but make sure you have a nice photo of yourself in there as well. But one of the things I was going to say is that people forget to put in everything they do, whether it's ebooks, social media posts, there has to be some call to action at the end of this ebook. Some offer, some call to action, something. What's the next step basically that the person can take? What is the next step with you if someone wants to go forward in, or else, you know, we've created this ebook, and for what purpose? Remember, what is your purpose of creating your ebook? If it is just to put them on your email list, that's fine. But I would highly recommend that you put some sort of call to action or a next step into your ebook, okay? And this always goes right at the end. And it's almost like a thank you for watching, thank you for reading, anything to the end. So you want to put something at the end an offer, maybe once they've subscribed to your ebook, that you make them an offer for 48 hours, or have a free strategy call, or whatever it is that you want to do for them, so that they can take it next step. But if you don't put that in the ebook, they won't know what to do. And it's really, it sounds crazy, but people want to know what to do next. So I don't have many questions today, guys. If you have any questions, please, please, please do ask. Just pop it in the chat box. Okay. And as I said, you might want to add a bonus. All right, so maybe you can have a special offer, a discount if they book within 24 or 48 hours of downloading your ebook. And if you do have a bonus, actually it's just coming to my head, if you do have a bonus, make sure that you tell people either in the email that they get when they download that book, because sometimes people will download a book and they won't know that there's a bonus at the end of it. So they might not read it for a couple of days. So if you're wanting to be offering a time-limited bonus, you need to let people know. Okay, so if you know, so just so that they're aware, in maybe the copy of the email that goes with the book, you might want to put something like, make sure you read this within 24 hours because we have a bonus at the end. Something like that. Or you might want to put, make sure you read until the end. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. I said I was going to finish. I'm going to keep these to half an hour, short and sweet, because I've got a lot on. I'm hoping, not a problem, Kathy. Hope you enjoyed that. Not a problem at all. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. There are lots and lots of videos, and these webinars I go on to YouTube every week as well. So make sure you jump on and have a look. You can find me at admin@sandramadaffrey.com.au. And if you would like to talk to me further about how you can accelerate your business in 12 months or less, shoot me an email or jump onto my website, which is sandramadaffrey.com.au. Book yourself a 30-minute strategy call to see if I can help you. I have been doing this now for many, many years and have combined both my old life as that ex-accountant and that business strategist with the new life as a coach and a mentor, to show you what I have actually done over the last couple of years to build my business to where it is today. So if it's something that is you're interested in, not a problem, Leslie, or something that you would like a little bit more, or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Let me know what you need. Happy to do a clarity call with you if you're struggling with any part of your business, obligation free. But do reach out, don't struggle alone. I know that when I started my business, I was really, I didn't reach out. There was lots of reasons why I didn't reach out. But once I started to reach out and speak to other coaches, other mentors, it allowed me to create an amazing system that I use to get my business to where it is and simplify everything. As you can see with these ebooks, they don't have to be difficult. People look at things and think, oh my God, this is so hard and it's going to take so long, but it can be quite simple to put together. So I could easily take what I spoke to you about today in this webinar and actually create an ebook called Ebooks Made Easy. So remember, you have lots of knowledge, and all you have to do is, there's always people wanting to know a little bit about what you do. So that's it for me today. Join me next week at 10 o'clock again, where we're going to actually do webinars made easy. I'm going to show you how to create a webinar easily, not a 30-minute quick webinar like this, but an actual nice big webinar of at least an hour, and how to create that as a lead magnet for your clients. Have a great weekend, weekend. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Do you know what this is, guys? This is being in Melbourne, being in the house and not walk out of the house. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Have a great week, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye for now. If you have any questions, please reach out. Bye.